Your nigga fantasy, my man reality. I had to lock in when I found out he could handle me. Some niggas call me extra, my niggas call me pressure. It should be easy when you find somebody to level. My niggas say my lady, he never say my bitch. Some niggas make excuses, he make that shit exist. Most niggas want attention, my nigga give me his. He know he is yours, but he my biggest. My been driving me crazy. Let me talk to you right quick. Been driving me crazy. Look at the smiles outside. Make some big moves. I know you feeling me. You know I'm feeling you. A very freaky girl. You heard what Gucci said. First I give you my number, then you give me some head. Don't need no GPS. I know what's going down. You got that love charm. Bet you I'm 90 strong. Left side. You know I keep it wet. My dick on that good, but I gave you just. I'm that pussy for your man. Pussy for your man. That pussy for your man. I'm that pussy for your man. Fucking for nigga find your own man. I'm that pussy for your man. Pussy for your man. That pussy for your man. Bitch. I'm that pussy for your man. Fucking nigga find your own man. Bitch. My man, my baby. My man, my man, my man. My man, my man, my man. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much, Terry, for that disclaimer. I'm going to read that real quick. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips that the balance in favor of fair use. Hey y'all, what's up? What is up? What is up? Y'all been acting up on this internet. Hey, sweet queen, welcome in, boo. Hey, Joanne. Thank you, Terry. What's up, Terry? Who in here? Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Miss Shalene. Lashina. Hey, Latte. Thank you so much for that, brown sugar. Welcome in, and I appreciate you. Hey, sexy mama Libra. I just love saying that name because I'm a Libra girl. Y'all just speaking. Hey, Miss Tanya. What's up, Yetta? J Love. What's up? Y'all, what's going on? Y'all tell me what's going on. Hey, Gloria. What's up, A Stokes? What's up? I was just finishing up Blue Park Live, y'all. It was a really good live. I got to go watch her other one from earlier. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I ponder and ponder and ponder if I wanted to actually even touch this at all or whatever. But the only reason I felt like I needed to or I should is because I felt like we was going after innocent. Why are we going after innocent people that didn't have not a thing to do with whatever relationship you thought you had, whatever relationship you did have, whatever friendship you did have? Why are we going after innocent people, making it sound like they're doing things to you and they're making these gestures? And I hate to say it, Miss Season, I hate to say it. What's up, Jazzy? Hey, DS Island.
but you really out here looking crazy. And I swear on everything I love, as a person that talked to you um outside of any social media, I felt like you would never do this. Actually, I didn't have to feel it. You told me that you would never do this. And I tried to tell Miss Season, woman to woman, we have all been hurt. We have all felt the pain of being hurt. Hey, Special K, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like you wasn't trying to hear me. And I'm gonna just tell y'all a little bit of this story. So I was listening to Lupac, and a lot of those things I know. A lot of those things we talked about. But I will always try to steer her a different way. You know what I'm saying? If you got other men, you got people that's whose status is um bigger than Roberts, who got more money than Roberts, who live this lavish lifestyle, then why are you still focused on this person that you feel like betrayed you so much? Yes, I know that we are all women and we have feelings. But at the end of the day, if you left in February, it ain't no way in hell by June, July, August, September, October, November, I'ma still be talking about this same nigga. You finna feel it. I'm about to make you feel this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, there was nothing for him to ever have to feel. Even the things that she was doing to try to get him to feel away was not working. And she didn't grasp that. She didn't get that. And I would tell her, Miss Season, you know, oh, he just doing certain things because he see me out on a date. No, he don't. No, he not. You think that, but that's how women think. You know what I'm saying? But what we need to realize is doing those certain things only that's gonna push that person away even more because they see you doing it out of spite. They see you doing it out of shadiness, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what she was doing. She was just like the trip she just went on. It was so forced, it was so fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, thoroughly enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get that out of your hair. There's no way you went to school for psychology and all of this stuff and you really let somebody, you know what I'm saying, get you in such a mental space like this, right? To where you're going to do anything and everything that you feel like is in your power to, you know what I'm saying, destroy that person. So, at one point in time, like, all right, I'm trying to take it slow because y'all, man, at one point in time, you know what I'm saying? Like she was talking to, we was talking, and let me clear this up real quick. First and foremost, I only used to talk to Miss Season on the phone with one other person. Number one, I never got close to Miss Season to know her business. I never asked her business. If you've ever had a conversation on the phone with Miss Season, you will very much know you can hardly get a word in because she gonna talk. She talks. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. But never did I get close to her. Never did I say, "Oh, girl, let me get your number," because no, no. So, but that's neither here or there. I'm just putting that out there for the people that need to know. Okay. But anyway, let me read some of these comments before I keep going. Child, she looking too crazy. And you right, Tanya, hurt people, right? And so the reason that I put that as my title is because the seasoned narc is because at the end of the day, this is not your first go round from what they say. You know what I'm saying? So you're very seasoned in this shit. And when I let me tell you something, right? You know how they say a liar know a liar. You know what I'm saying? You a narc know a narc. And it's point blank period. That's why you could read somebody so much, but why you think you studying that person studying you just as well. Okay? And that's what you didn't set yourself up for. Um, hold on one second. I think a lot of people can't handle rejection and lose their shit for real. Yes, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just not her. That's just not some of the people that we know. You know what I'm saying? In these YouTube and social media streets, that's real life. People really are off you for real at the rejection. Like, and that's that's what some of these women that we be talking about be giving. Like, y'all be giving like serial narc after rejection. Y'all be giving like serial killer vibes. Like, I'm gonna do everything. Like, at this point, you're the stalker. You're watching everything. And I know you are. I know you are. It be the ones you least expect to do shit like this. I would have never thought that about her. Listen, me either. Guess I was wrong. RH ain't and he's not innocent and he's not perfect and he has flaws and just like we all do. And that's a fact. And just like some of the things that she would say on the phone as a woman, as a female, you know what I'm saying? Like I could understand. You know what I'm saying? But that was a part of the plan to try to get you to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing I know and two things for sure. This shit right here was in the making. To me, after I sit back and I think, and after I sit back and I look and I read things and I look at things that she was being said while she was doing all these narc videos and coming out talking about her page being hacked, all this shit right here was in the making. It was in the making. So she just like, for instance, I was just listening to Lupac, and when she kept saying, "You told me you love me. You told me you love me," she was trying to get that man to actually say that. She was trying to get him to say that because everything that she was doing, she was working on this. Yeah. RH ain't innocent or perfect, but damn, that man can't catch a break. Men don't care for real, especially when they done. When they done, they is done. They don't care what you do. It ain't a motherfucking thing that can make them mad. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. It's nothing. Shit. She special guy. Money coochie children has never held a man. And it ain't. And it's not. If he don't want you, he don't want you. Too damn old for the BS. Yes. And then, really, for real, Miss Lisa. Really for real. You cannot hold you cannot hold a name like that. Number one, Miss Season, and come out here and do some amateur ass shit. You can't. I don't care what nobody say. You cannot hold a name like that and then come out and do some amateur ass shit. She set herself up because if he told her he didn't, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yup. Hey y'all, on that trip she looked for it was very much forced. It was forced. It was the whole trip was look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even understand like where these childish minds be coming from. She need to sit on someone's couch 101. Yeah, and stop trying to give advice because I'm not taking advice from nobody that can't even take their own. Cause you out here giving the advice that you should be taking yourself. She gonna read what she sows. She looking like a pure fool. If you know better, you do better. Um, I said that from the gate when the truth was dating her. Be careful. Say crazy. And by the way, she don't favor no Lisa Ray. Oh my God, Miss Lisa. All right. So some of the things that she would say, she was saying them in her videos. And at one point I had to text her and I had to say, come on now, like for real. And I'm gonna show it to y'all. And I was like, this is not what you said you wouldn't even never do nothing like this. And she was basically like, what are you you know what I'm saying? Like, I know who you're talking about, and mass majority of the people know who you're talking about when you're doing these videos. You're talking about when you give them your resources and da da da. Yeah, you talking about your resources that you told me you gave him, and he used all of your resources and your friends and your lawyer friends and this, that, and the other. But ain't that what friends do? Isn't that what friends do? If I know how to help my friend, I should help my friend, right? That's nothing. That doesn't say we're in a relationship because you told him how to do some things, or you helped him do some things, or you gave him the resources to do some things. That does not put us in a relationship. That's what friends do. And so I personally feel like he did not just benefit from you. You benefited from him as well. I'm just being fair out here. You benefited from him as well. Okay? That those pages, those supporters. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I really feel like this happened because you felt like this. You felt like if one more woman come out and try to say he's this type of man and he's like this, and I know the people, and you felt like, oh, the people was really rocking with you. The people really fucked with you. So you felt like if you did it, because people felt like you were so, you know what I'm saying, so seasoned, so nice, so mature. You know what I'm saying? You felt like people would be like, oh, hell no. And some people did. And some people did. Some people did. For real. You know, I would have failed for some of that shit had you not started making them narc videos back to back to back. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell y'all something about them narc videos. She tried to put it out here like she was just doing relationship content, right? But when we was on the phone, and I have a third party witness, and when we was on the phone, she was like, I want to do relationship content, but they're going to think I'm talking about Robert. I said, so what? You know you're not talking about Robert, right? You know you're not talking about Robert. So go ahead and do your relationship content. Just because you're doing relationship content doesn't mean that it is about your relationship, right? Oh, I just don't want to hear what those hey real talk vibes. Hey Lou in the building. So I'm gonna go back up because I see some of y'all talking. So I was like, do your relationship, do your content. Fuck them people, fuck what they think it's gonna be about. You know what it is, you know what I'm saying? You know your relationship status. So fuck what they talking about. Really, right? But you gonna start making this content after the relationship over and then come out here and be like, what are y'all talking about? I was doing this before there was ever a girl, you know what you're doing. So it was like, damn, who the fuck was I actually talking to on the phone? Who was I talking to on the phone? Because at the end of the day, you knew what you was doing, because why you ain't want to do the relationship content before and make money? And make your money. But all of us, because you were so worried about what they'll say, and you were so worried about what Nate and all of them will say about you if you start making about Robert, about y'all relationship, but you start doing it after. The fuck? It made no sense. So I knew what you was doing. I knew what she was doing. Let me see. You said the Neo Terror reader called it out. She also set herself up for how people are seeing her, because she knows from the saga that anything court related was going to get broken down, and she would eventually be exposed. And I'm gonna remember this comment, because you're gonna see from my messages, because she basically said what she would never do that Simone did. But you knew that motherfucking them court documents, baby. You knew those. Did you send the first court document to the person? That's the question. Because at the end of the day, you knew they were going to be broken down, but I don't understand how you didn't think that you was going to look like a fucking Looney Tune. For real. I wouldn't have texted all my feelings to a man that live his life online. Woo, Lord. I think she is a damn narc. Listen, did they go to court today? Oh, already. Yeah, I don't think they went to court today, but I think Lupac read she read Robert's response to the court. I haven't even finished that, y'all. I've been ripping and running. Hey, Rozzy Ozzy. She is a tech man. Listen, what? It's fucking unbelievable how somebody can tell you all about yourself while doing the same shit they don't like about what you doing. Yeah. Uh-huh. Ignorance and very immature when it comes to a relationship to be seasoned. Hey, Miss Lasonda, what's up? Robin. Valencia was looking for more from Robert. She didn't get it, so she retaliated by wasting the court's time and lying. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? She was looking for more. She was. Hey, Troy. I don't remember that. You don't remember what? Real talk. She shouldn't have come out hot and heavy while he was still married, regardless if his wife had moved on. Now. Well, yes. Yes and yes. But I can't just blame her for that. But that's another story. It's just certain things that you shouldn't have been doing when you already know what you're looking for, because you looking for way more than he's ready to give. You know what I'm saying? And if you put yourself in that situation of being okay with that, then that ends up being your fault, baby. That ain't nobody else's fault, okay? Because at the end of the day, if I'm out here and I'm dating for marriage, then I'm dating for marriage. It's point blank period. That's it. That's all. You're not changing my mind because I'm not settling for less because you want me. Oh, oh, you want me to rephrase that? Um, shit. What you want me to say? Because I can't say separation. I can't say split. Um, what? Until they stop talking, you want me to use that? That's better. Until they stop talking. Until their friendship ended. There we go. There we go. Real talk. Until their friendship ended. Boom. How about it? Um, I w- I would have held my head up high. Wouldn't have cared if my heart was broken into a million pieces. The internet would have known issue. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yes, you gotta fake it until you make it brown sugar. But one thing I know, and two things for sure, you gonna hurt for a little bit. You're gonna hurt for a little bit, but you cannot be coming out here preaching, saying, you know what I'm saying, you have faith of a mustard seed, baby, and you still going crazy like this because at the end of the day, that hurt. What they say, joy come in the morning. You know, so at the end of the day, take that hurt and boss the fuck up. And one of my messages, I pretty much told her that. I tried to tell her that she was hurt so many times, and she just kept, I am healed. I am healed. No, you're not. And you're still right now, today, from a 41-year-old woman, I'm going to tell you, you're still hurt today. Okay. You're still hurt today. When number one, you said you had a breakthrough. Got on that panel, talk about you had a breakthrough, how you was foaming at the mouth, you this and that. You told me too. You told me on the phone privately that you was having a breakthrough. I listened. Granted, I listened. I listened to the whole thing, y'all. But I knew she was having a breakdown. Been there, done that. We all human. I knew she was having a breakdown and not a breakthrough. Okay? Krisha, when I saw her giving advice about nurses' behavior, I said something ain't right. It wasn't right. That signaling part had me cracking the fuck up like, sis, crazy, crazy. She was watching this shit hard. Man, what? Like, I was like, dang, motherfucker better not make not one signal. Don't even lift your arm. Stand straight up. Stand straight with your arms to the side. The best response is to act like you don't care about dude being so available. That's why she's mad. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I literally, man, y'all, I'm gonna show these messages in a minute. That SC body butter messed her brain up. Um, Whatever entanglement they had, she is making herself look like a damn fool at her big age. Yes, and can't nobody, Miss Shirley, where you been? I haven't seen that page, your page. Sitting in the car saying God spoke to her and then this. Yes. She said, I threw my arms out the window. It was so dramatic. It was so dramatic. I threw my arms out the window, out the roof, the sunroof, and she was just like, I started, pretty much white stuff started coming. I ain't gonna say foaming because she didn't say foaming, y'all. White stuff started coming out of my mouth, and I was just saying, release me, release me, release me, whatever. And I'm like, baby, you was hurt. You was hurt. I've been hurt before. I know what it feel like. Miss Lasanda, it's gonna be snow tomorrow, and it's so cold here. My arthritis, my arthritis is giving me a fit. My legs are hurting so bad. Yeah, my foot hurts too. I got arthritis in my foot, y'all. I'm too young for this. Would no one know I'm hurt but me and God? Sorry, she was doing too much. That's just like that's just like me. You know what I'm saying? That's just like one of us. I just don't understand. Like, you're gonna argue, you're gonna break up with people, you're gonna split, your friendship's gonna end. But every time that happens, you don't gotta hit the motherfucking button. You don't gotta hit the live button. You don't gotta come tell the internet. Right? She told me that same thing. She was howling and crying. Yes, but let me tell you something. I don't want to laugh at another woman pain, right? Because I know how that shit feels. I understand. But at the same time, what I don't understand is if you stayed in that situationship and you accepted that man to keep telling you that y'all are friends, okay? If you accepted the things that came with it, that only leaves one person to blame, and that is yourself. And when shit hit the fan, that does not mean that you go drag that person because you hurt, that you go try to destroy that person's character that you hurt, all while still texting that person, all while trying to still text that person and tell them what you did for them and how you made them feel and how you cared about that. Listen, move on with grace. The same grace that you put on for the internet to had, the same maturity that you made everybody think you was given. Move on. And that may sound harsh, but when you are literally trying to, you know what I'm saying, like listen to a person, understand a person, and help them get over it, but they still on everybody page seeing what's going on, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh, I feel so bad for the violinist. That's not your business. That's not your business. If you the one that left and you the one that moved on, why you feel bad for her? Whatever he gonna take her through, whatever they gonna go through, that's between him and her. She was watching it all. I I didn't even know Simone's page. I found out Simone's page. Oh, that's a lie. I knew Simone's page, but I never went to Simone's page. But some of the stuff that I seen of Simone, it came from her. So you are watching. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and look, Simone did too much. Simone is a stalker. You know what I'm saying? Simone is. It is what it is. But at the same time, you was stalking her page. The fuck? I didn't see that live, but foaming from the mouth sounds like an exorcist. That's what I said, girl. I said the same thing because I was like, oh, this sounded a little crazy. For real. But you know what I'm saying? To me, what it sounded like is you was really having a panic attack. You was having a, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it was given for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the stress was taking her out. The stress was just move on with dignity. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Sabby. Oh, where you at, Lou? Yeah, she had got on Amber's live. I'm surprised y'all didn't see that, but yeah, she did. Cree, I went back in the bushes. These folks do too much for me. I understand. I do. You signed up for whatever heartache you receive behind the things that you're mad about. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Now, if it was a different situation, then you know what I'm saying. Maybe things will be we will be saying something different. But you signed up for this. You stayed through this. You was okay with it. And now the page thing, what you said, Yada, right? Because he always said publicly he was single, too seasoned for this bullshit, and is. So the page thing. So I wasn't even gonna talk about the page thing, but I heard it and it came up in the messages um that Pac read. But I knew about the page. I knew that when she came out and she insinuated on her page that somebody hacked into her page, blah blah blah, and it's but if y'all listen, she said, and it's not that basically she said she knew who it was or whatever. But my whole thing is I already knew that he asked her to buy the page. But what I didn't know is, and I'm gonna tell you, this is how people do you because they want to tell you things and they want to feed you things because they want to make this other person look bad. Oh, that I asked that question, Miss Lasanda. I said, did you drop the first paperwork in somebody's inbox? I said that. But she told me, oh, he wanted me to pay for that page. But you know, that's what people are gonna do. They're gonna try to feed you things about the other person. Um, or whatever. And at first I was like, you know what I'm saying? That's in my head. First, I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. In my head, I was like, shit, the way it's going, the way she acting, the way she unhinged, and because she was unhinged. very much so, because I was at KFC one day with my husband. We were sitting in the car. I know I just skipped, but I'm coming right back to that. We were sitting in the car and I got a call. And this is why I said I don't want to laugh at nobody's pain. I got a call and all I heard was and I'm like, yo, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? And she was really hyperventilating and having a panic attack then because she just couldn't take what was going on. And she just was like, she really just needed to get it out and she needed to vent. And I sat there and I felt like we probably talked for like 5 hours of me just trying to tell her, like, you're gonna get through this. It will get better. You just have to keep looking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see it because I'm gonna show it to y'all. But for that page, when she told me, you know what I'm saying, and he wants me to pay for the page, I was like, in my head, I was like, shit, for real, the way this going, if I was Robert, shit, me, I'm different, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I would just gave that lady the page and went on about my business. You know what I'm saying? I would have just gave the lady the page and went on about my business. For real. Um, and that's just how I am. If I want to be done with something, just go. Here you go. Leave me alone. If I gave it to you, you can have it. If I just take that shit. But she did leave out the part where he said he was tired of putting in work and you know what I'm saying, and getting people built up and getting that shit into the stick. So listening to that, I actually see both sides of the story. But I do feel like he gotta change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or make a contract when the work ends, or when, you know what I'm saying, like when it's time for me to come off of the page, okay, I'm gonna help you build a page. I'm gonna get it to where you need to get it to. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna help you with the content. But when it's time for you to come off the page, they need to know what your price is. So you don't even have these problems. Because see, you having problems with that. And I think he needs to have a contract that says, once I return this page over to the person that I created it for and I made it for, this is the payout. Point blank, period. So you ain't even got to go through none of this with not another soul. Um, so Miss Season told everybody just months ago that he was such a great person, that he couldn't that she couldn't tell nobody nothing about her. She has never heard him raise his voice. She has never, none of that. But you scared? You scared for your life? You scared for your fucking life? You can't be serious. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Per Season, she says she told him months before that they split up. I didn't want to pull her video up, but I can confirm this. But she said she told him months before they split up that he had narc tendencies. And he basically was like, yeah, this is exact word. You're like, yeah, you think so? You think I do? Or whatever. And so she told him, yeah. Pretty much she think, ooh, you Michigan, yes, cold. She was like, pretty much, yeah. That's she told him basically she see that he has some narcissistic traits, which we all do. And basically she wanted him to get help with for that. And that's why on one of her videos she said, you can even tell the person and you can you can try to even assist them and help them through it and try to stick beside. She said that on there. She said that on there. So I was like, wait, what? Um, so while you're thinking that people don't know who you talking about, we know. We do know. If a man keeps saying he's single, I'm gonna believe him and move accordingly. We gonna be single. We gonna both be single. Number one. And we gonna do what the fuck we want to do. And if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. And it's just that simple. Everybody has the right to date. Everybody has the right to date multiple people until they lock in. Just like she was on that trip and she was trying to make everyone think she was having a good time, but she couldn't even enjoy the trip without watching. Yeah, because she went live. She went live on there and she made a whole lot of subliminals. Um, Girl, I wouldn't have went to work. Lou, I'm not even gonna lie to you. She does need to know her worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sorry. I just feel like when certain things like this happen and women they just can't get over it and it turns them like mentally unstable, you don't know your worth. You don't know. And really in reality, I'm not gonna sit here and fool y'all. I just really believe you don't know God. You really don't know God. Because at the end of the day, if you really did, if you really did, you wouldn't need the courts. That should make you feel better. That should make you feel better. That can't make you feel good going up to them people courthouse talking about somebody was making you're dead ass wrong, making gestures in a lie, making sounds like the pew pew sound. Come, yeah, y'all, please. I know that pain. I experienced it, and only God can. Girl, listen. Did you hear what I just said? And only God can take that pain away, and He did. No bitterness, no hatred, but now He's my footstool. He want me, but I don't want him. I told him to suffer. And that's the fact. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you was just this great woman, if you feel like you helped build him up, if you feel like you was there in his lowest, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like all of that, baby, you should be able to go through your hurt, lean on God, like you was coming out here giving all of that advice about the Bible, and you posed the man, what? Boss the fuck up. Boss the fuck up. So Miss Season looked too classy to act so ugly. This is not what's expected of a woman at this age. It's giving Brandy vibes from a thin line between love and hate, period. Fix it, Jesus. Now she got charges on the man. Where y'all get this woman from? Who sent her? Yeah, you didn't know that? Yep. At first, I was like, that's her and Robert problem. You know what I'm saying? I knew she was like, I knew, I knew it was a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But then you put charges on the fucking new girlfriend? What's wrong with you? After she gave condolences to LaTruth losing his father, I didn't think that I don't know. You I don't think you finished, Miss Lisa. Y'all should have warned her age. This is a Snap Lifetime movie. She was on vacation, baby. She was on vacation by herself. Yeah, well, did you see anybody else? Did you see anybody else? I saw a couple of the get the jet ski men and all that. She needs a good sex trip and a cocktail and a not give a fuck. Huh. And a couple cocktails, girl. So I'm gonna pull up some of these. Oh, Robert, Robert. After so much of her telling me certain things or sending me, I said block him. Block him. That's why I was in Lil Pac Bush's like maybe like last week or 2 weeks ago when she first talked about this. And she said, can I ask y'all a question? Did anybody tell her, you know what I'm saying, to stop, to block him and to stop watching? I did. I promise y'all I did. She said she did, but there's no way you did. You never stopped watching him. Yeah, because sometimes you can be too much on a person. You know what I'm saying? Like on a friend, on anybody when you're venting your problems. You know what I'm saying? I have vented my problems. I have vented my problems and I would literally ask for real. And I apologize in the same. Hey, if I'm, you know what I'm saying, like if I'm overwhelming you with this, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? And at that point she was, and I was just like, girl, you gonna have to block him. You just gonna have to block him. If a man tells me we're just friends, then that's what the fuck it is. Either I keep you in a friend zone and make a conscious decision to willingly be put in an uncomfortable, compromising situation. Yes, she should have. I mean, if that's what he told you, then that's to me, that's what it is. And you had a choice. You had a choice. And that's a fact. So this is hold on, I'm gonna share it. Okay. I'm gonna have to tap this real quick so I can get it off. So basically, just so y'all know, um, basically this is me saying, do you hear Sherelle? So this was back in, I don't know, it'll tell us on the next one. I was saying, do you hear Sherelle? She said, girl, I don't know what that was. I walked into, I thought I was being punked. And if y'all know, I'm gonna tell y'all what we talking about. So basically, when 2K had Sherelle up on there and Sherelle was speaking for Brianna, remember 2K and basically they tried to do like the judge thing, and he was on Robert, he was Robert's attorney and she was Brianna's. So that's what we was talking about right here. And I just put the laugh and she said, for real, shit's wild. I said, you see, Bree sent her a text. She said, I said, she's a crazy woman. She said, I sure did. And she put the little, you can see it. And then she said, all of that was contempt. I don't know how a person can't comprehend that. That's elementary one-on-one. I said, we up one. Then I said, 2K said, how you see the parenting app? Because that shit was funny to me because he was like, how you see the parenting app? Because why? But anyway, she said that's elementary one-on-one. Right? And I'm trying to figure out if you were able to see that that was elementary one-on-one, how can you not see what you're doing right now is that same exact thing? That shit is elementary. I can't have a nigga, I'm about to go crazy. Right? I can't have a nigga, I'm finna go crazy. So, um, this one, it says, you can still see right here. Mine said 2K said how you see the parenting app. She said City Girls up 10,000. City Girls up. So Miss Season is really a city girl. Listen, Carolyn, thank God I'm in Georgia already. Thank God I'm right here in the A already. So I guess I ain't gotta get on no flights and none of that, baby, because these are out of my phone. This is out of my phone. Okay. Um, Simple as that. So she said City Girls up 10,000. He didn't have to even ask that. It's clear that it was personal conversation. That's standard basic arithmetic. I said this is crazy. She said I don't understand it. I said I do. She want to go to jail clearly. And we was talking about Brianna then. Or whatever. But mind y'all, hold on. She's in here now. Believe that. Cause she see everything. She said, good morning. I'm on your live, girl. I'm rolling. You said that's why I got a glass of wine. Now, this right here is when Simone came in my live. Simone came in my live and I put the laughing faces. I said because that was her. And I put the the and the laughing face. I said I don't think she said because she didn't say one more word after that. So that was Simone. She said that's her crazy ass, always lurking, trying to blend in. How and I when I was reading these, I was just like, damn, how can you tell somebody else is always lurking, but you can't tell that you're lurking? So this is just me showing everything that you had to say about somebody else, baby, and you felt like was crazy and out of control. You're doing the same thing. She said she embarrassed herself. How can you not see what you're doing out here? You're embarrassing yourself. I was floored. I'm not gonna lie, I was floored when I heard the court documents for Amira. That shit is embarrassing. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That is embarrassing. She said, I know what she said, I know she was expecting a response from me. This is still about Simone. She said, I already knew y'all can't see it. Hold on, let me move this. Let me move this banner. Because I don't think I could scroll it up. No. She said, I already knew how she was moving. That's why I replied to her email like I did. She said, there's no way I would have given that. And it's going to say email to a public platform to read. Let me read some of these. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. Where you been? Hold on, y'all. Let me read some of these. Um, Man, what? At this point, I'm thinking like, damn, they about ready to team up. You know what? I don't even know because we all have had a heartbreak a time or two, but never to this extreme to where, hell no, I ain't coming to tell y'all shit. I ain't coming to tell y'all Nathan. You better choose wisely. I wouldn't compromise myself or my body for a social media image or otherwise. My time alone is expensive because I learned the hard way to set boundaries for me. Oh, Lou say she 54. Real talk, you is funny as hell. Not she gonna put a TPO on me next. It's okay. I'm not stroking out over no man, and he gone on with someone else, stroked out in a nursing home. I'm not reading no more of your comments. That's over with. I peeped that she's undercover ghetto. There you go, brown sugar, with these ignorant tactics she's doing. So, and I'm coming back. So look, this is me. This is June 18th. This is another time where I felt like, yeah, because she say in quotations, she left the friendship in February, right? So this is still June. So this is I had got wind that she was in a Morris chat, right? And I felt like she was over explaining herself. She was answering questions that was no, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, stop talking to these people. But now when I sit back, you know how you just sometimes you just gotta sit back on some shit. You wanted to do that. Like everything that she was doing was literally leading up to this. Look at me. I said, is that really you? Don't talk to her, please, please, please. This is me telling her to get out of there because she was saying a little bit, she was doing too much, period. I said, you could talk to one of us. Don't talk to that lady. Next, this is her on this side. So this is the next thing I got. And this was when Step did about Simone or whatever. So she was watching everything. Then, so to me, she was stalking Simone just as much as Simone was stalking her. Or this is her on the same side. That is Simone. She sent me this. I didn't know Simone's. I didn't go on her page. I knew her page name, but I didn't go on her page to watch anything. So she sent me this. Whatever it says, I don't even know because I just screenshot it. I don't even know what the video was fucking about. For real. All right. And this one right here, this is why I want to show y'all that everything she's doing it out of hurt. She's doing it because she felt like she was betrayed. This has nothing to do with the things that she's really putting on those documents. She said, "Hey, I called you. I called you back." She said, "Good morning. I didn't notice until late last night that you had sent me a voice note. Thank you for that and for checking on me. I really mean it. It means more than you know." I said, "You're absolutely welcome. I'm here for you all the way. We all have been hurt and it's a horrible feeling, but baby, that bounce back be," and then I just put the praising hands. I said, she said, "Yeah, I know, and I'm so ready for it. I can push through everything else. It's just that the betrayal cut me so deep." And that's what it is. That is what it is. That's it, and that's all. She felt betrayed, and once she felt betrayed, she sat back and she figured, what can I do? What can I say? Because why in the hell, after all this time, you want to start running up to the courts now? And I truly I don't believe y'all. Um, I'm sorry, hold on, y'all. I don't believe that she did this because they announced that they was in a relationship. Him and she was already doing this before the announcement. She was already doing this. Now, the Amira part, yes, she was doing that because of the announcement. But other than that, she was already headed towards this. This is a thing where y'all really have to realize this was gonna happen whether they announced that shit or not. And y'all gotta know that. That's why all the narc videos start happening. That's why all the hints of, oh, my page started happening. This shit was gonna happen regardless. Regardless, regardless, regardless. Same shit I said about Brianna. Same thing I said about Brianna when she was like, oh, the content creators keep talking, so I'm just gonna come out and say you was gonna do that regardless. And when we grasp that people are gonna do what they want to do regardless of what, that's what she did. I've been in and out the bushes for a while. Creed the Violence is my cousin, and she was never in a relationship with Robert. It was all business with them. Well, clearly, I mean, we could see that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was very short lived. So, you know, but at the time, she slick thought um that he was, you know what I'm saying, like trying to listen, that's a man. He probably was trying to, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she thought so, if even if he wasn't. She thought it was more than working. And um it's very much true. It's very much true because I had to tell her, listen. When she was like, yeah, I told him, you know, him having women's butts on his page and stuff, that's very she did not like that. She felt like it was very disrespectful towards her. So which just saying that out loud makes me like, you really thought y'all was in a whole relationship for real? Because that shit wouldn't have bothered me. And I told her, I said, you know, I'm gonna just be real with you. I said he not gonna like it. He not gonna like that because that's something that he complained about in his last relationship. When you met him, you knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? When you got with him, you knew what he did. So it's no way in hell. That's what we all get wrapped up in. We all get fucked up at. You cannot try to change a person, especially change what you accepted. You cannot. So she got controlling about, oh, I'm just saying, um, then I told him he can make another page and do it on a certain page because, but that wasn't the reason. Like, just like I said, she was studying his, what she called narcissism, but Robert was studying her ass too. He was studying her too. But at the end of the day, she said, that's very disrespectful to me. I said, you can't say that because that's his work. That's his work. Because if I dated a rapper and he had bitches with ass shaking their ass all in his face, that's something that I already knew came with it. Now, Miss Lisa, I do believe he pillow talk, but that's what niggas do. Okay? That's what they do. But when you season, that shit shouldn't even get past you. That shit shouldn't even get past you for real. But this go on to say, and this is how deep the pain was. This is how deep she was hurting. And that's just because she was playing for keeps. She wanted what she wanted, and he didn't. She said, and when you love someone, and here's the love word, right? Because he said he never said he loved you. But she said, and when you love someone and their lowest, saw them for who they were beyond the noise and still showed up, that kind of betrayal does not just sting, it unravels you, right? And so, like, if this was a real relationship that I was talking about right now, I would agree. I would agree with that shit. But it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was based off of just work and friends, right? And so I would understand that text all the way if they were in a whole ass relationship. And it's just that simple, but you wasn't. You psyched your own mind. You psyched your mind. Yeah, she is. Hmm. Not you older and you baffled. So how did she involve his girlfriend now? She came later on down the line. So the now girlfriend has a TPO as well. Hmm. Y'all, I'm eating and I so hope Don ain't in my bushes. um, so and that's fucked up. Like, leave them folks alone. Go find you somebody that you really mesh with and just let them folks live. Live your life, baby. Live it for real in real time. Stop faking it. It is what it is. Go through that hurt, go through that pain, walk through that shit. For real. Miss Salty. Hey, Sierra. Miss Salty is the definition. Looks can girl looks, voices. Um, and so here's me, because this is the end of it. I don't want to leave out this. Um it said, so when she said it just stung, it stings and it unravels you. I said, I totally understand more than you know. You will push through this. You may feel it now, but he will feel it later. Right? This is me just trying to get her to like get it together. Y'all, because it was really, really bad. Now, after that, this is Simone. This is not on my side. I did not send this. I did not send this. I didn't really send her nobody's stuff at all. This is so you cannot just say Simone was stalking you. You were stalking her. And this is a story. Unless you got a fake page, sis seen you stalking her. Stories they can see. Hmm. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like if you wanted to get Simone for stalking and harassing, you had a whole lot of time. You been knew this was going. You been knew supposedly she was writing you and harassing you and know where you live and this, that, and the other. Why you ain't do it before? What's going on? Come talk to the people. Cause you was watching this girl just as much as she was watching you. And this is just some sad shit because so once I started seeing the narc videos, right, y'all, I got straight and direct to the point. So this was August. So and that was her birthday. And then October, I couldn't hold it no more because we had a whole conversation. And she got so mad at me because of the things she was telling me, and I was listening, and I was trying to tell her. She was like, I had a breakthrough and I'm healed and I feel so good and da, 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 da. But then the conversation went another way and you could tell that she wasn't. And I said, you really got to slow down. I would encourage her. I'm not lying to y'all. I would encourage her to try to move forward. She did not want to. She does not want to. And so I said, good morning. Hope you're doing well. This is not the most pleasant message, by the way. I said, I do want to take the time to say the last time we spoke, you actually became very frustrated with me when I said that you were not healed yet and it's okay and that it's okay to feel hurt. I also asked you, were you going to be able to handle the opinions of those people? And you said, fuck those people. I said, I would have to say from what I see that you're not healed based off the conversations we had. And I can tell that you're speaking directly on and to Robert. Honestly, it's not becoming at all. And that's in the most respectful way. I truly believe you were better than this. You're feeding the problem instead of finding the real solution of healing yourself. Hold on, I gotta get the other one. So I tried, y'all. So at the end of the day, some people say they want people to tell them the truth. They want people to listen. They want people to help them. They want people. That's not true. That shit is a lie. A lot of people don't like the truth. So I said, in the most respectful way. I truly believe you are better than this. You're feeding the problem instead of finding the real solutions to healing you. Sometimes we have to take our L and move on and truly move out the way and let God handle the rest. She said, "Hey, Krisha, thank you so much, Healing Heart." She said, "Hey, Krisha, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate your concern, but my healing and my purpose are between me and God." You know what I'm saying? And it's this shit, like, I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she maybe felt like, people feel like you're trying to check them. She maybe felt like I was trying to check her. You know what I'm saying? But I really, really and truly was not. I didn't like what she was doing. Don't get me wrong. I didn't like it, but I wasn't trying to check her. What I was doing was, we had many a conversations. I was only moving off of what she told me she would never do, right? But I seen her actively doing it. So, and I'm gonna tell her that. So she said, "Thanks for reaching out. I appreciate your concern, but my healing purpose are and my healing and purpose are between me and God. I'm exactly where I need to be. My life had nothing to do with anyone's opinions. If I want to share a pattern of any situation about my life, um, with my audience, I have the right to do so. That's that reverse psychology shit that don't work on me. It don't work on me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you're doing. You know what you're trying to share with your audience. And you know that I know that. But you're right. That's your page. That's your audience. And you have the right to. You're right. She said, "I've been handling opinions my whole life, and this is no different." But guess what, y'all? Y'all listened to me earlier, right? She wouldn't do her relationship content before the friendship broke up because she was worried about what those people over there was going to say about them. But now, on another note, when she ready to come out and sneak this with all these narc videos, then it's, "I've been handling opinions my whole life." Baby, stop. Not me, not this one. She said, "I've been handling opinions my whole life, and this is no different. It's not the opinions of those people that I keep hearing because I don't go to their pages." Did I just show y'all Simone page? Wasn't she in 2K Live? You go to these pages. Yeah, you do. You're in here. Um, she said, I I don't go to I really don't care about anyone's opinion. They're just like assholes. Everybody have one. So this is just a person, what you're seeing. This is the person that can give the advice, but don't feel like they should take it. They know everything. They know everything. They got it wrapped in the bag, but they can try to tell you what to do. They can give you the best. I can't stand those people that can give the best advice, but they can't take none. So I said, "I guess I get it." But when I watched it, I knew exactly what you were speaking about when you said snatching resources. Because she was saying how she's gonna snatch her resources. She snatched her resources, whichever one she said. I said, "I'm sorry, but it just seemed like you're not moving forward and you're stuck in the hurt. I'm not telling you this in defense of anyone. I'm telling you this is not the person you said you were. Let's keep it a buck. Everyone know who you're indirectly speaking on. You also know that's what the people are going to think, which is why you didn't want to do relationship content while y'all were on good terms." Right? Hmm. So yes, at that moment, I knew this is her. At that moment, I knew exactly who I was speaking about. I guess my question to you is, did you listen to the entire live to understand the context? I said that, or are you listening to other people's critique? The live is 3 days old. If I want to make a point, I think I have the right to speak about my own life if it falls in line with my message. You made everything fall in line with your message. You made every single thing fall in line with your message. I can go through every last one of those videos. And this is word to God. Every video she made, I can go through every last one of those videos and tell y'all exactly why she made those videos and what point she was trying to make. from our personal conversations. Yes, ma'am. So you knew what you was doing from the jump, although you kept on trying to say that's not what you was doing. She said, it is my life, right? It absolutely is. I don't care about what hold on, let me see if I got it. I don't care about what the people is gonna think. We we are not in kindergarten. That's what I felt. I felt that. I felt that. I felt that. She said, and yes, thank you for encouraging me to move forward with my relationship content. And I told y'all I did. I encouraged her before any of this shit even went down, before there was even any problem where anybody knew that they could be on bad terms, to go ahead and start your relationship content. She didn't want to do it because of what she thought those people that she don't watch was gonna say. Um, she said, "Thank you for encouraging me to move forward with my relationship content. Now that we are no longer dealing with one another, it really doesn't matter what I speak about." She was basically saying, "I'm finna put this nigga on Fresh Street." She was basically saying, "I'm finna say what I want to say. They can take it how they want to take it. That's all. That's it. That's what." So this is what she wanted to do. So I said, honestly, I haven't listened to anyone's critique. I just remember your words that you were healed, and the only things that will be coming from your page will be about God, and that's all they will have to speak about. So I'm just speaking to you based off of what you told me. And I said, well, at one point, I would say, I guess we were in kindergarten because you clearly did care about what the other people were going to think. Anywho, you're right. It's your life. And in the most respectful way, it's giving hurt, bitter, and unable to move forward. Have a wonderful day. Period. And that's what it's giving. And that is what it's giving. Um, so she said, and that's what you don't understand. The context and what I was saying. Once you listen, circle back to me and we can have a discussion. Just because I speak on something doesn't mean I'm not healing. First and foremost, y'all, we had a conversation. This lady swear up and down to me. She got so fucking mad. She told me that she was healed and she knows she was healed and that was her breakthrough. And I knew that shit was a breakdown. But then, okay. She said, I spoke on my marriage and my previous relationship in that same live. So does that mean that I'm not healed from those? Probably. Shit. If I was bitter, hurt, and all of those things, trust me, I will have a great reason to say a lot more. Okay. And now she's saying a lot more and doing. Okay. I didn't see this much outrage when I was being talked about behind my back and audios was released. It's the selective outrage for me. Enjoy your day as well. This is the last time I will be discussing any of this with anyone. I didn't respond. That was it. But now let me tell y'all something. I heard something else in Lupac Live that was discussed, and it was the audios. And I don't think the audio was messed up. I don't think the audio was tweaked. I don't think if somebody found the audio, just go back. And that I told her this on the phone. In the audio, he was talking about Simone. I don't know if Harmony is in here. I don't know. Harmony knew the same thing because when we left over when she left out of Amora's live and she came in Fee's live. We all went to Fee's live. Fee went live. And me and Harmony both said the same thing. He was talking about Simone. He was not talking about her. And I tried to tell her that, but she didn't want to hear that. I don't have the video. So I don't remember, but I do remember even in that time, I felt like he was talking about Simone. He was not talking about her, but she didn't want to hear that. I told her he didn't call you a transaction. He called Simone a transaction. And then to hell with that. She knew it was Simone, y'all. She knew it was Simone. She knew Simone was a transaction. All that shit wasn't new to her. She knew that shit. So damn them comments, y'all. So what's happening with these comments? And I don't know. They coming through. They all at once. Like it won't be none for a while, and then they coming through. Hey, Miss Fila. Hey, Christina. Um, where? Miss Lisa, where? She said that same thing to me. I seen right through her. I knew she was throwing shade at Robert, and that's how we fell out. Them same videos, and I didn't. You know what? And I know you, but I didn't even fall out with her. I just said what the fuck I had to say, and then I moved the hell on. Okay, I moved the hell on because I seen exactly what she was trying to do. I seen exactly what the hell she was trying to do and what she wanted to do. And she was engaging with other men. She was engaging with other men, but she couldn't. The craziest thing about it is, y'all, she really, really, really couldn't. Because her brain and her mind was so fucking stuck on Robert that she really couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. Hmm. I don't feel like either one of them used either one of them. It was what it was. You got what you want. He got what he want. It's a such thing called friends with benefits, baby. And that's what was going down. That's what was going down. Yep. Yep. What? What you said, Sabrina? Hey, Angela. Damn, she said everything to me. Yeah. She. I mean, she probably said the same thing to everybody because in reality, she already knew what she was doing. Wow. So she knew better. Yeah, she knew better. She did. She absolutely did. She just didn't do better. She just didn't do better. I'm gonna end this though, but I'm gonna just tell y'all the moral of the story is for real, y'all. Number one, love yourselves. Number two, Miss Caesar knew exactly what she was doing. She knew the people liked her. She knew the people felt like she was so mature. They felt like she was just so nice, so sweet, so and all of this. And I'm not saying she's not. I'm not gonna take that away from her. But she knew that people felt that way about her. She knew that his supporters liked her. And when you're trying to be malicious, you already know that people know how to do it. So what's better than another woman who everybody feel like is just this nice person and no, she wouldn't do that. Mm-mm. Stuff like that. I'm telling you right then and there, that is what is going to happen. She did this because she wanted to start it as a smear campaign and she thought the people was going to ride with her because they was going to think, well, damn, Robert, what the fuck you doing? Robert, you doing this? Robert, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody can't keep saying the same thing. That was the goal. That was the goal. And it was an epic fail. It was an epic fail. That's it. The control. You can't change a person. You can't control a person. And you damn sure cannot change the shit that they've been doing. And the shit that if you met him doing skits with women, what makes you think you coming in his life gonna change it? They ain't gonna change it. Period. Yep. But that's all I got for y'all. And them comments ain't coming and they all gonna come at one time. They just gonna shoot out. I don't know if it's StreamYard or what. But the moral of the story, if motherfuckers tell y'all friends, y'all friends. If they say you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. If they propose to you, you engage. Take everything for what they telling you for real and showing you. Shit. So I told y'all they just came through. All of them at once. I can't even read that comment. Yeah, I almost choked on this food for real because I seen somebody say something about that goddamn wedding dress. Let me go to the ones before this. She needs to go to a therapy resort. She better go somewhere because she out here giving out advice that she need to take and calling people narcs and baby, you gonna have to look in the mirror, sis. Cause it ain't no way you could see people was crazy and people was stalking and people was lurking and all. Listen, and you're doing the very same thing. She said she would never do this to him, trying to one up Brie, and now she gotta suck it up, buttercup. She gotta put them big girl panties on, baby. She gotta put them on. And it's a shame because like people actually try to help you. People try to really stick by you through things like that. And just because you want to see it your way, people will push you away for telling them the goddamn truth. That's just crazy. Life is crazy. Hmm. Hey, dreamy baby. It was Miss Lisa. Though I seen it, huh, Bailey? I'm fair. When she put that wedding dress, when she put that wedding dress in that skit, her brain started. Woo, baby, that might have did it. And had the nerve to ask me multiple times to do a Ferrucci skit on Brie, but now Amira using intimidation. Wow. So she wanted you to do one on Brie? Good Lord. I'm telling you, she be looking just as much as she say people looking at her. I don't even look at her content no more. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Because girl, you is not who you said you was. Mm-mm. Not the fuck at all. Robert better stop slow stroking. If that's what he doing. Is that what it is? And that's it. I like that, Miss Lisa. I do. For real. Because she has to. Like all this malicious stuff, it's not necessary. It's just really not necessary at all. If you ride for season, then you might as well ride for Brie too. And it's so crazy because, and I said that it's like, how can you call out somebody else's shit? How can you call out somebody else's shit, but you can't see your own? You know what I'm saying? Like that trips me out. Hey, Chandrika, what you was ready to check me? I seen you under them comments the other day with them eyes. I said, "What you looking at?" Then you, yeah, I've been on here for an hour. I'm finna get off here. I'm finna get off here, but I just wanted people to see like this shit right here is very elementary. Like she said in her messages, this is elementary. You can't be taking people to court off gestures. You know what I'm saying? If that's the goddamn case, we all need to be in on somebody's damn court docket. Gestures, um, the live or the video that they doing don't even mention you. Don't even, you know, it's like this. Any video that I have seen, because I don't watch them a lot, I'm be real. Any video that I have seen of LaTruth in the mirror, I would have not been able to tell y'all the truth, that they was even thinking about season. I would not have been able to tell that they was even thinking about her. Right? And so, but on the other hand, everybody was able to tell that you was shading Robert. You see how that worked? Nobody in the world, everybody is like, what Amira do? Everybody like, when Robert make those gestures, nobody knows. Nobody would have never known. Sabrina. Mm. She ain't got that body, yada yada yada. May the best. Oh, that is Miss Linda' favorite line. Where is she at? Girl, that is her favorite line. May the best coochie win. Miss Linda, where you at? Come out them bushes. You can stamp that, but did she see the manipulation into thinking that this is not the same for the people that do support the ex-wife? Ah, and I don't worry about them folks. You know what I'm saying? Like people already know they gonna spend it to Robert anyway. That's just what they do. So I seen that they was over there, but girl, they gonna spend it on him anyway. That's just it is what it is. They hate that man. I feel like Robert text messages. I gotta go finish, but his messages he had with her shit. I mean, can girl just go on down there and tell him you take that TPO back. Just tell him you take it back. You done. It's okay. You don't need it no more. You don't need it no more. Cause his messages alone just shut that shit down. But I'm finna get out of here, y'all. I just wanted to come on here real quick because I like I said, I pondered and I did, and I was just like, you know what I'm saying? But damn, you to put out, I cannot stop saying I just really probably can't believe that she went and put a TPO on that young lady. I cannot believe that. I cannot. For real. I mean, because in the midst of things that when shit was going on, you didn't even go that fast on Simone. Let's keep it a bug. In one of my messages, I said strike Nate. You wouldn't even do that. Like you was enjoying the show. Let's ride out. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you for the super chats. It does not let me see those things, or I'm doing something wrong. But I appreciate everybody for coming. Um, I most likely will be back tomorrow with something else better than this. Um, but anyhow, see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Y'all will not get out of here.